piece of concrete and literally go to hell. I will see you in fucking hell, you fucking asshole.
And their duplication in other people. At the end of the day, this business is all about helping people, and you can't succeed unless you help each other. So it's just incredible to see how many women have come from absolutely nothing, have come from struggle, have come from, hating their 9-to-5 jobs, crazy divorces, like all the stories that we heard today. It's so inspiring to know that you can come from nothing and build yourself to the level that you want to, all within your, and this business, like I said, is all based on duplication. It's based on collaboration over competition. So you're willing to change, if you're willing to get out of your comfort zone and start something new.
This is Isabella here, and welcome back to the channel. Today's video, as you guys can tell, we're going to be doing another anti-MLM reacts video. Now, today, kicking off November. Oh my gosh, first of all, it's November. I'm so hyped about it. We are literally not too far away from December, which is my favorite time of the year. But nonetheless, though, you guys, November, we're kicking it off. It's an awesome month. And in this video, I'm going to be starting up a new additional part to a series / an extension of a series that I have. I will be talking about different areas and aspects of multi-level marketing companies. I know I react a lot to individual promoters and whatnot. However, I really wanted to kind of expand my research more into conferences, trips, reunions, you name it. So I already have my series called The Cult Conferences, which you guys can definitely go check out. I'll have it pop up over here. But also I wanted to dive into specifically trips, the earned trips, the culture behind some of this, like how it's handled, like just all the details that so many people fall for that we can easily debunk and talk about the problematic issues with these trips. And in today's video, we're going to be discussing the Monat Dominican Republic trip that happened actually recently. So this was for a weekend. They were there for a couple of days. During this entire trip, naturally, as we see, there was a lot of problematic things, and when a bunch of crazy cult participants are in one room, or one resort for that matter, things can get problematic very quickly. So before we hop into today's video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell button down below so that you'll be notified of every single video I post. And without further ado, let's hop into this anti-MLM reacts video. Let's go. Alright guys, now I know whenever I wear glasses, I try really hard to avoid it, but whenever I wear glasses in my videos, some of you guys have commented that you don't like it, which honestly, it is what it is. I'm honestly wearing glasses right now because my eyes are very tired. Today was a big study day for me. I'm dead. So that's literally why I'm wearing it, because I am finishing up my afternoon with this video today, and then I'm gonna relax. So that's why these babies are on. I'm so sorry I cannot really control the reflection, but hey, at least I have some good lighting nonetheless though. So before we really truly dive into everything and the beginnings of the trip as a whole, let's go over the requirements, because this is probably one of the most problematic things about these trips is what the requirements are in order to even earn them to begin with. So right now, let's look at this screenshot. But the requirement says qualifications for February 1st through August 31st of 2021. So they get several months in order to hit this. So the first requirements, there are 3 tiers. Usually they participate in 3 tiers with every single trip. So if you have tier 1, it's the trip and a shared room. So you're not in you're sharing a room with another individual. You might be with somebody you know, you might not be, but you're sharing a room nonetheless with somebody. Honestly, if you're a business owner and a successful business owner at that fact, you would think that you would be able to not have to share a room. We're going to be diving into why the shared rooms are problematic here very soon and how fucking cheap Monat is, but then let's keep going. Requirements: you need to have personal sponsors, 4 MPs and 12 VIPs. Again, what can we tell by this? There is a requirement for recruitment and people that are on the VIP program for Monat. So you can't even go on any of these trips if you don't recruit. So the fact that people in Monat say you don't have to recruit to do anything is complete lies, because right here it shows completely otherwise. Personal group sponsors. Your entire team needs to have a total of 15 MPs and 45 VIPs. Wow. Moving on, group volume needs to be 50,000. Does anyone not see an issue with this? Nonetheless, paid as rank on last qualifications month, MMB or higher. Now moving on, and that's just for the trip in a shared room, which in my opinion, for only a couple of days in a shared room, oh, that's terrible. Personal sponsors, 8. 6 MPs, 24 VIPs. Personal group sponsor, 30 MPs and 90 VIPs. Group volume total needs to be 70,000. This is trip plus a spouse in a single room. So now moving on, tier 3, this is the highest one that you can get. It says personal sponsor, 10 MPs, 36 VIPs. Again, this is personally under you and what you have done. That's what you need to accomplish. Now your personal group sponsors need to have 45 MPs, 140 VIP. Group volume needs to be 100,000. So now that we know the lowest tier, you need to have an insane amount of group volume and personal volume to even get to where you need to go, right? Let's look at how much this trip actually fucking costs. So I was looking in, right? And I was analyzing the visuals because we have the beautiful rooms that they were walking us through. We had full room tours from even some excessively high ranked individuals and people that were sharing a room. So I got a visual of exactly what these rooms look like. So I was able to pinpoint that the lower level rooms, right? The lower level rooms. So right now looking at this, you guys, this is a junior suite. It is $1,218.11 for the exact amount of days that they were there. This is literally, I'm pretending that I'm booking for the weekend right after. Again, I also included, just to be safe, some transportation to make sure that they were good to go, including taxes and fees for two individuals to stay in this room is $1,559.18. This is an all-inclusive resort. Why do I think that this is so important? Because look at how much that they required individuals to push and make. In terms, like, for the company, if we're going to be real here, how many quote-unquote sales or majority of recruitment did they have to pump out in order to hit those ranks? If some of that lowest ranks had 50,000 group volume required so that way they could go on this trip, holy shit! If they put that much effort into anything, they could pay for trips on trips on trips, because this is not that insanely expensive in regards to an all-inclusive trip. This is pretty damn good. All I'm saying is Monat knows what they're doing. Before we even kick this off, any other MLM, I want to clarify, they know what they're doing, and that is why they host these trips, because it's an incentive, and not a lot of people really plan out and connect the dots on why the company is doing it. Picture this, right? Let's say we have 100 people. This is very low ball, but let's say 100 people, right? And there's a prize. There's 5 spots open for this trip, right? And 100 people are doing it. What do you think those 100 people are going to do during qualifications? They are going to bust their ass doing everything they can in hopes that they can go, correct? So there's only a certain amount of people that can go no matter what, right? There's only a certain amount of people that are going to hit those ranks. Those spots are covered. So what happened was Monat made insane amounts of money from the efforts that people were trying to push so hard to put into their business, those qualification periods, because they thought they had a chance of earning that trip. So some of them missed the mark by a little bit, but Monat truly cashed in on that profit. So maybe, let's say they have to drop $3,000 or so. I don't know how much specifically they have to pay in regards to airfare or whatever. But all I'm saying is, let's say they have to spend a couple thousand per individual. They still, no matter what, are racking in the total for that, and double, if anything, so much more, simply because the qualifications are so damn high. And it blows my mind. These people are like, we have an all expenses paid free trip. And I'm just like, so you essentially put yourself into the ground over all of this quote unquote work of recruitment so that way you can gain this trip that, if I'm being real here, anyone can earn for that matter by themselves with a regular job. We're running your own business, anything. So think about how problematic that is, you guys. Continuing on with the first bit of this trip, they actually had a little bit of an itinerary that they had to follow, which again is another problematic thing that I still want to discuss, because again, if you are taking a vacation, your first thought is not working. That's the point of a vacation. But still, they had things connected to a general sessions and other specific things that they were required to do on that trip, for example. And also, guys, naturally, as, oh God, I couldn't even imagine working at a resort like this with people like this coming, because as we can see, there are all these girls screaming, freaking out that they're finally seeing all of their friends. Half of it, in my opinion, is honestly for just an Instagram story, but they're freaking out, and naturally they're also getting ready because Monat is doing a little bit of love bombing. We're getting some goodie bags, we're getting the fun little stuff that they put up, banners and welcome drinks, everything to make them feel very special. Is it absolutely overhyped? Oh, completely. Is it really that special of an opportunity? Absolutely not. Especially when most people are able to do this definitely by themselves, without an MLM, without a team. You bet your ass this is pathetic. But anyway, let's react to an Instagram story that was posted about the first part of this trip.
Guys, we are finally able to go into our room, and I'm so excited to see it because I found out today, so you guys know there's 3 tiers, and I found out today that there was only like 20 people who qualified for the 3rd tier out of 1,200 that are here, and I'm one of those 20, so I'm so freaking proud of myself. Like, that was a goal I set for myself because I couldn't get it last year, and I'm excited, so stay tuned for the room.
That was Dre, usual on this channel at this point, talking about how she had a goal of hitting tier 3. Again, as we reviewed, that is an insane amount of individuals and work on behalf of her team. All I gotta say is, how the hell do you feel comfortable going on a trip like this and knowing it was literally because 90% of the work was done by your downline selling lifestyle? Because if we're gonna be real with you here, we can see the tiers. We can see where the qualifications came from. It's fucked. It's just absolutely disgusting. But again, guys, with the introduction, of course, they had their little, oh my God, we had a red carpet setup where Monet has their Monet passport backdrop. And I can honestly print out that backdrop at fucking Staples, for crying out loud. Very special Monet. Now moving on to the goodie bag aspect that I really wanted to talk about because I honestly thought it was funny. So again, like I showed earlier, they were receiving goodie bags once they were getting in. Some of them got extra if they were specific ranks, which again, I find that very interesting, but nonetheless. So these girls go into their rooms and they want to do a little bit of an unboxing experience, right? Where they're showing off all the things that they got. So I want to show you what was so fabulous about this tote bag that Monet gave to all the people that were attending.
Bag. So how perfect. We have a beach towel, water bottle, we have a waterproof case for your phone, we have a fan. I'm obsessed. Like, how cute is that? We've got the sun veil, my favorite facial sunscreen, insect spray, because we all know that mosquitoes love me, a bottle opener, and a little, I forgot what you call this, and a beach bag. Like, hello, like, I am ready for DR. I'm ready for everything this week has to bring.
Okay, the reason why I want to show that is it's so funny how all these people that were on this trip were hyping up how spoiled they were and how Monet truly takes care of them. And I'm just looking at this goodie bag and I'm like, dude, if I walk straight into the dollar store, I can get all of that. Not customized, but I can get all of that. For what? Maybe 15 bucks? It's not that big of a deal. And also, I love how Monet was skimping on the fucking bug spray. Like, again, to me, this is very much a let's be as cheap as possible, but slap our name on it so that way everyone posts about it because, like, you know, it's a cool special idea. To continuing on, there were some people that got like extra gifts because they were a higher director or a top leader, for example. Some people got a doll that was on a bench that maybe mimicked that looked more like them. I'm not too sure. But in my opinion, they were all cheap ass gifts. They weren't things that genuinely were sweet. Now, maybe some of them were like paintings and all, which I saw, which is cute. You know, I get that. But moral of the story is even some of the higher directors, they weren't getting truly pampered to all hell, in my opinion. Like, when I think of a paid for luxurious trip, I'm thinking of expensive, hard to get, luxury. If they busted their ass, they earned it. Again, I don't think they truly were the ones that just busted their ass. Their team did. But the point is, this wasn't truly spoiling. It's just being hyped up for no reason. And when the majority of individuals that I know of can go and maybe go travel there, and it's not like a crazy big of a deal, in my opinion. So I just thought that was quite comical, to say the least. But anyways, let's keep moving on. So now, let's talk about the work still involved with these trips and award shows. We'll kick it off by talking about the time freedom thing that they talk about. They always talk about how they are able to pick and choose whenever they want to work. And in my personal thought process as a online creator and somebody who works technically from home, minus her internship, but you know what I mean? This is what my full-time income. This is what I do. My thing is what the hell are you doing still working? Because if I am going on a trip, it's either specifically for work or I get a little bit and like we're done. Like, I maybe take some Instagram pictures and that's it. I'm not doing shit. I'm enjoying my life. I'm not focusing on talking about a flash sale. I'm not focusing on networking. I'm just vibing. But it's funny to me because we saw, honestly, the exact opposite of that in this entire retreat. I'm looking at my laptop right now. Again, here's a screenshot that was posted of Dre with her mom. And again, if I'm traveling with my mom, am I pulling this shit? No. But again, nonetheless, maybe that's just me. But she had her mother take a picture of her and she says, "I'm putting in your sales. Hashtag work from anywhere." I get it, work from anywhere, but when you're on fucking vacation, shouldn't you be on vacation? If so, what is the point of a vacation? What is the point of that? You should be able to not do that and take a break and say, hey guys, taking a couple days off for this vacation. I'm letting you guys know that we are going to be having some other opportunities in sales soon, and I will talk to you guys here in a bit. And this is also so funny to me as well because it says putting in your sales. Wouldn't you think residual income or good business would be to where people can order for themselves and it's very easy? Because I notice a lot of people need to purchase through promoters. And I'm just like, why would you want to sit there and put individual orders for them? Why wouldn't you want them to put an individual order by themselves? Like, I would rather have a store that allowed me to step away from it and people can still make orders. Isn't that the point of residual income? Working on vacation. Moving on though, we just saw a lot of that of pretty much talking about the business opportunity and working a lot nonstop throughout the trip, in my opinion. Of course, there were breaks for like dinner parties and everything, but again, my thought process is if I'm on vacation, I'm sleeping in, I'm fucking off, and I'm doing hell all. I don't know. But if I want to hop on and say hi to the Instagram fam or YouTube, I'll do that. But I'm not like, it's a vacation for a reason. But continuing on with my argument of working still, they had an award show. So they had a general sessions opportunity, and then they had it to where there was a little bit of a training / award show going on. So they were some of them were calling it a business meeting, some of them were calling it general sessions. Honestly, I have no idea. I feel like it was just a let's hype up people, make them feel really loved, and then fuck off. You know what I mean? But anyways, the screenshot says, my type of business meeting, quick meeting before we kick off all the fun. Again, though, if you earned a trip, why are you still being forced to attend? They say you are able to do whatever you want, but you still have a requirement to be to those things. And they still have incentives for you to be there. It was very weird to me. But anyways, the award shows were essentially there to give people certain awards that I honestly already thought they had received. Awards for recruitment, top earners, etc. For example, we had Dre get market partner with the most VIP sponsored and personal group. She got 3rd place in market partner with the most VIP sponsored. Again, that's a lot of fucking people to sponsor. And again, they had a stage. They were posting them all over. They were hyping them up. And at the end, there were so many people that had tons of awards, mind you, acrylic plaques or papers. Again, I had a very hilarious follower of mine said, dude, they're handing out paper awards. My preschooler gets that. It was fucking funny, but it was true. All of these were literally love bombing, and it was kind of just like, what's the point? Like, look at this. And again, we have the uplines hyping them up, being like, I love you, I'm so proud of you. When, of course, they're sitting there like, man, thank God you hit that award so I can have the best room that isn't the best room at this resort. Or, oh, thank God, I just made cashed a fat check off of you this afternoon. Fabulous. Again, talking about an upline, this is a screenshot from Christy Stone. I'm their upline, but these two are my mentors, and more than anything, now we are sisters for life. I love you both beyond words. Thank you for changing my life. I admire you, respect you, and appreciate you more than you know. Congratulations, so well deserved. Jasmine and Dre. So honestly, again, do I feel like a lot of the times it is love bombing from these top leaders? Absolutely. They want to make absolutely sure that these people stay in, have the mindset of the millionaire mindset, mind you, and keep going so that way they can still make a profit off of these people as well. And also, guys, continuing on, look at this screenshot. This is a recording that we were able to snag. And I honestly feel really bad listening to this. Like, this is a time freedom thing. Listen to the mom of Dre ask this question.
Mama, what did you ask?
That is true.
I can't repeat. Don't ask me.
She said, have you guys ever spent any time off your phones in the last 2 years?
Yeah.
Everyone's like, no.
I don't know nothing about
Even you?
That lifestyle. Whatever y'all got going on, because that's not
Are you
me.
in this business as well?
Isn't that sad? You hear the mom in the back ask, have you guys been off of your phone in the past? Like, have you ever been off your phone? And they were like, no, we haven't been off our phone the past 2 years. While they're joking about it, that's a reality. And that's insane. They claim time freedom. That does not exist. It's coming out of their own mouths at this point, and it's insane to me. It's also insane to me because, again, when I was on the trip with Deanna and Chelsea, we honestly were not on our phones most of the time. Sure, like Deanna and I, for example, we vlogged and we had our phones there because of that. But I sat my ass on the edge of that beach and I just sat there in pure silence. That we napped, We ate food. We just talked in our room. Like, we literally lived in the moment, and it was the most peaceful thing. And yeah, we have our jobs on our phones, online, but we also are able to have limits. And that's the beauty of other jobs and other online jobs outside of fucking multi-level marketing companies, because multi-level marketing companies don't offer time freedom unless you're at the excessively tippy top where everything's pretty much handed to you at this point by a downline. Whereas with us, we are depending on a downline, but we still are able to live in the moment. But how sad is that? How sad that that mom is just sitting there asking that question. I'm just saying, if my mom is with me on a vacation, everyone can fuck off. We're hanging out. Like, I don't care. You know what I mean? We're having a blast, just mom and I. The audacity of marketing this as a great opportunity when it truly not a single thing worth your time ever. And guys, with this, I want to read out the caption that Dre actually posted up about some of the awards that she won, because again, she might give us a little more insight on some of the shit that she won, because apparently she won 3. So it says, "We did it, y'all. This was my first time ever on a Monation's global stage. We didn't even know we were going up there. I was shaking, y'all. I won 3 awards. Like, what? Number 3 in Canada for group VIP enrollments. Number 3 in what the fuck? Enrollments in Canada are misspelled. Girl!" Anyways, number 3 in Canada for group VIP enrollments. Number 1 in Canada for group MP enrollments. Again, that's kind of terrifying. So you're a powerhouse in recruiting people and lying, clearly. That's fun. These awards are for group performance, meaning it ain't just me, baby. Shout out to the frontline runners, chat. These are the new members of the team. This means that together we got a whole lot of customers introduce these products and a whole lot of business partners partnering with us. So again, proving my point that you're literally only here and you only are receiving that because a lot of people did that for you. So again, tell them thank you. And I don't know, but anyways, still fucked up to say the least. But y'all did that. Thank you so much for all the hard work you put in. And the way you show you for yourself and your business. I'm so grateful to witness the growth in y'all. Number 1 in Canada for Superstar Mentor. This is an award for most well-rounded mentor rank, which takes into consideration all sorts of statistics. I couldn't even believe this. What an absolute honor. Y'all, I have been working my butt off for almost 2 years. I poured blood, sweat, and tears, and many tears into this business. The fact that my company goes out of their way to recognize this hard work, I can't even put it into words how appreciated I feel. They notice everything we do. All while I'm on an earned all expenses paid trip to the Dominican Republic with my mom. Again, that caption literally said nothing to me besides the fact that, wow, you earned that because of your team. Everything that you have is because of those people. It's not truly you. Now, mind you, I'm not saying that there's no hard work involved, but there's no ethical hard work. And in order to get anywhere, you have to have people pretty much essentially creating that life for you. And you have to manipulate them enough so they will do the work for you. All right, guys, moving on. We have a couple problematic things that happened during this trip because, again, can we ever avoid that with MLMs? Absolutely not. So this first screenshot is naturally they wanted to post about getting paid from paradise while on their free trip. So there were multiple Instagram stories posting up their paychecks. Now, mind you, of course, the paychecks are blurred. But again, it's another problematic thing that they're doing of, look at me, I'm frolicking around in the Dominican Republic, and oh, I'm getting paid while I'm doing it. And a lot of them even were giving the illusion that they were getting paid just because of product sales, even though they're getting there from recruitment. But anyways, one thing that I really wanted to highlight that, again, I'm not surprised. If I'm being real here, people like Dre are not the type to go to a nice resort, let's just say, okay? She should not be there if she's going to be fucking disrespectful. And you know, the rowdy and buckshus individuals, the type that still have the high school mentality, the type that have the, again, maturity level of a fucking shampoo bottle, right? For crying out loud. Look at this Instagram story, right? Just look at this.
It literally says you're not supposed to pass, and we're over here like rearranging the furniture. Anything to get the pic. Yeah. We get paid for this shit, baby.
Oh. We have, again, the fun little bunch of Jenny. I can't remember all of them. There's a Jenny, there's a Dre, there's all of them, right? Christy, the fucking ringleader, for crying out loud. So they're laughing publicly. 1, they're still not living in the moment. 2, they're laughing publicly at the fact that they're not listening to rules. and they're crossing over to a nice piano and taking pictures near it. And they're like, oh, well, we get paid for this. No, the fuck you don't. Is this a sponsored post, right? No, it's not. So you don't truly get paid for that. You don't actually get paid for your content at all. You don't do any form of influencer work, you absolute weirdo. Oh my God, hold up. Is my neon sign has not been on this whole time? Got it. Anyways, moving on. So my point is what other things did they do that they had complete disregard for in terms of the resort? Because there's other people that get in trouble for that. Like if anyone has maybe been in, let's say, retail or been a waitress, for example, if somebody does something and maybe you don't step in to fix it or you don't see it, you still are at fault because you work for that job. And some bosses are not nice, you know what I mean? So you can get in trouble for something that some people did. So what if they could have gotten somebody in trouble for their absolute stupidity of not caring? Again, like I can't even imagine being on the same resort as these people. They're excessively tacky. They scream horrible and they're so fucking disrespectful. All right, guys, moving on. So we have a further topic that we want to cover called the goal to recruit, which is the main goal for a lot of these trips. So first of all, there's the goal with getting people to work for the trips for Monat. Monat really likes that. The second goal is the trips are actually meant to essentially love bomb and brainwash the current individuals that are in the company right now. That is their goal. But then the trips also are used by the promoters and the business to, again, try and recruit and brainwash individuals that are not in the company yet, but they're trying to get them in. So for example, we have a lovely list of screenshots. So this first one right over here says, this isn't an opportunity to take lightly. Grab it with both of your hands. I want to help you with this opportunity in the same way I was able to help me and my friends. Take the leap of faith and let's work together. I'm taking on 4 more business partners. Click the link in the DMs or DM me. We've already spoken before, and then there's a link. So again, and they cannot tell me that this is not about truly recruitment, because again, why is it that almost every single one of them were like, I'm thankful for this business opportunity, and like, you can do it too, even though only 1,200 of you guys even got there, whatever. We have Daniela, which is the big WFABB leader that we've highlighted previously in my last video, if you guys want to check that out. But it says, this opportunity has changed my life and allowed me to create the dream life I've always desired. If you're new to my page, allow me to introduce myself. I started from the bottom with little to no experience and very little followers. 2 years ago, I was a booked and busy lash technician working 12 hours, 6 days a week with barely any time to enjoy all the beautiful experiences life has to offer. I was making great income. However, I didn't have the time to spend my life according to my own expectations. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of lash technicians, a lot of them actually do work for themselves. And if they're making great money, they can determine the days that they work and not. Some people that I know that I'm friends with live that way. So again, do I kind of find this BS? Probably. Oh, I was constantly trading my time for money. Oh, you mean working? Fuck, that's a concept. That's kind of what everyone does, dipshit. And the worst part is that I realized money comes and goes, but the time is the currency I desire to live by. What did I have to do? Change my products and learn the business model and get to work. 2 years later, my life completely changed. Despite not having the followers, experience, or time to start a new business journey, I went for it. So far at last 2 years, I have gone through personal growth, new mindset, development, and many other discoveries. The best part about this is that it's just the beginning. So here's a couple of things that pushed me to start. No monthly purchases, no losing money. Again, tell that to the thousands of people we have literally proven that have lost money. So shut up. No contracts. Actually, completely wrong. You are signing a contract whenever you sign the agreement to become a promoter or a distributor, because you are legally binding yourself away from approaching them in terms of suing them. They can't cover it. You are also signing a contract essentially saying you're not a business opportunity, etc. So no, it is a contract. So again, let's read the fine print, girly. No inventory. Maybe we'll give them the benefit of the doubt on that, even though we see most people posting up with lots of products. Ground level opportunity. That's complete bullshit. Free mentorship. Still not free. You have to buy a starter kit to access that mentorship. Again, you spelled mentorship wrong for someone who is a mentor. Attraction marketing. Complete bullshit. A lot of people that have come to me have talked about they have to experience a lot of cold messaging in order to get there. Free trips. A lot of those actually are not always free whatsoever. They're not including airfare. Earned car program. Again, it's not truly an earned car program. You have to put it on a lease and then you get a monthly payment from them if you earn it to pay for that monthly payment of the car. 5 monthly paychecks. Again, that still doesn't matter how many paychecks you get. It matters how they're actually worth, which most of them are worth hardly nothing. No income cap to the amount of money I could make. Okay, but what are the chances of actually making money? Daniela, if you're going to be a big old leader and make these pretty stories, girl, please spell them right. Please, if you're good, this is like your website, for crying out loud, for promoting your business. Do this right. Oh my God. You now have access to the vehicle that can change everything for you too. Thanks to technology, the world is changing. Physical jobs are turning into digital businesses, and physical money is turning into digital money. You're living in the easiest time to be able to make an income through your phone, with the help of myself and thousands of others, to create the dream life you desire for yourself. In 2 years, I've been able to accomplish a lot thanks to this business. Paid for a Cadillac car, moved out into my own place, traveled without limitations, and earned multiple trips fully paid for by the company. Plus, I've helped other women be able to accomplish success in the industry as well. If you're wondering if this works, I wonder too. Let me show you what we've been able to accomplish as a company in only 7 years. In countries, 1.1 billion commissions paid, 1,553 cars on the road, again, which is excessively low for the free cars. 3 million customers, that is something we have countered. 3 million was actually the number from what we can tell in total from when they started up the company in 2014 to now. The amount of people that have become customers ever. So that can include anyone that's purchased a product ever. That's not a current accurate thing at all. That is recent. $60+ million earners, again, still very low, and we are just getting started. Fuck me. Anyways, then they talk about enrollment, booster packs, work from Wi-Fi requirements, and then also upgrade your life starts here. I'm looking for 8 girls who are ready to hustle and make a living while working from anywhere. Again, as we know, 90% of the time that's complete BS. They will take anyone that messages them. They are simply doing what they're doing with their trips that they quote unquote earned. They are creating FOMO so people will quickly message in hopes that they secure their spot, even though there was never a spot to begin with. They are literally taking anyone that will message them. All right, guys, so a favorite part of mine that I really wanted to talk about in regards to this entire thing is, sadly, some of the people that were there could not stop thinking about the anti-MLM commentary stuff, which, again, if you're not doing anything wrong, if you're flourishing and doing well, and if we're just a bunch of fucking idiots, why would you think about us still? But again, we had way too many posts of Dre, for example, doing this.
Hope that you choke on a piece of concrete and literally go to hell. I will see you in fucking hell, you fucking asshole, you fucking liar, you fucking manipulator.
And then we also had posts about her talking to Bossly, for example, in this screenshot that says, "While I'm on an earn an all expenses paid trip for posting about my business." And Bossly responds with, "I bet you do enjoy your free vacations off all those vulnerable people's scalps." Again, mocking us at the fact that we literally say that they take advantage of people, which is something that we can definitely prove. But nonetheless, even on a recent Instagram story, Dre posted, "Sis, you should go on YouTube and go toe-to-toe with the anti-MLMers." That would get mad crazy views. One, who did you ask to comment that, Dre? Who the fuck actually wants that? You want to go toe-to-toe with us. You're asking in a poll, yes, do I need it, or, oh, is that too much effort? You think you can go toe-to-toe with us, but yet you're the one that blocked me. You're the one that blocked everyone else. So who's going toe-to-toe? This is another thing that I find funny, because it was like, one, you're on vacation, and if you're not doing anything wrong, who would give a shit about what we had to say if we were just complete liars and unfactual? But she could not, almost every single day she had a post discussing the anti-MLM commentary stuff, which is ridiculous. And again, what in the hell would she do on a channel? Like, let's be real with here. What would she do? In my opinion, I truly think the only people that would view what she had to say would be people coming to our channels, because we would pull it from her channel so we could react to it, so no one would have to go and give her any form of traction. The math ain't mathin'. Also, to further my point, she's not even capable of having a genuine conversation or argument that has real factual information, because she would rather block us and run away and bitch about us on all of our her stories and posts and everything, instead instead of having an actual bigger conversation. Toe to toe, girl, no. More like head up someone's ass, if anything. And also, one more thing, I think that she doesn't realize that being on YouTube requires effort and work and actually creating something for yourself, which she does not have experience in, I don't think. It's just funny to say the least. Or again, so she acts as if people speak that way to her, which I'm gonna be honest with you here. Are there some crazies that will slide into anyone's DMs? Absolutely. But in fact, the majority of the hate or the people that speak the way the audio apparently says are what we get. Okay, I'm sorry, Dre, but you do not understand the level of some hate that some of us have received. Some of other people who have left your team. We don't want to go there, do we, though? People who have left Monet or any other MLM for that matter. But again, we don't want to go there, do we? Because that is exposing you being a horrible leader, which we already know. Anyways, there's so many examples of this all the time, of them not dropping it. They still have to talk about us. And again, this sadly just proves my point that they are not doing as well, and or they still feel so horrifically threatened by us that they feel the need to continuously talk about what we have to say. All right, continuing on, you guys, the amount of love bombing that was going on during this entire thing was just unreal. Again, as I talked about before, the entire trips are mainly for love bombing and more further manipulation. There are still huge benefits to hosting these trips because, again, they cash in a lot of money, but it's a way of still, honestly, bribing people to still be interested and stay in these companies and or have more of a belief. So actually, for example, the first night that they were there, they had a party that was thrown for them. Everyone like dressed up and got ready and had fun. There were so many things that were actually going on, but this was another way of having like a luxurious fun party that people could take pictures with all their teammates and everything. Even for example, they rented a yacht where they had a bunch of people on different teams on these boats on an entire day just having fun, where I get it. That sounds fun. That's great. But they did that with a specific purpose and goal in mind. It was not in any way to truly do anything besides keeping them locked in and good. Even on this Instagram story, it says, so grateful for how much we get spoiled. We feel so appreciated. That's what they want these people to believe. They want people to believe that this is the best opportunity ever and they are getting spoiled. Honestly, I feel like Monet is very cheap, in my opinion, with the way that they handled this, especially with hanging out by the pool, all the awards they get. There's a goal and a reason behind every little thing that Monet is doing. They would not be doing any of this if they weren't getting a profit or some sort of gain from it. And that's something I always encourage people to think about when it comes to these types of companies. Whenever they make some sort of business decision, whenever they launch a product, whenever they change the compensation plan, think about it in a way of what's benefiting the top. What's benefiting the CEO? Because every decision that's made, it does affect the CEO in a positive way. It's something that benefits them. So if it's too good to be true, more than likely it is too good to be true. If it sounds like an amazing opportunity that they're doing just for you, 90% of the time that's bullshit. They're not doing this from the kindness of their own heart at all. Now let's talk about the FOMO that is created for people who are in the business and or possibly going to be recruited. Because again, we already highlighted a little bit about the goal of recruiting, but we haven't talked about the people that are in the company that have not been able to go, but their uplines are on this trip. So for example, look at this screenshot. It says, I am so obsessed with this company. Some people will have the worst to say, but this opportunity has truly changed my life for the better, and I don't know what I would have done if I never said yes to this business. It has brought me my closest friends, and it's brought my closest friends even closer. And we ended this off with a special dinner. Our president of the company ended up being there too, and they took care of the whole dinner. Thank you, Stuart, for being a light and taking care of our young people. Again, to further add to this FOMO, we have all the pictures of the resort, the yacht, everything that's completely paid for. And what's so sad to me is we literally have videos of people that are, their downlines that are talking about, oh my gosh, I have so much FOMO, I have so much FOMO. And they're posting about it. I can't even imagine sitting there and posting about an upline's experience and where they're at right now. Like, not even you, but it's so sad because their hard work was what got these top leaders there in the first place. One more thing that I wanted to show you guys right now, because I'm pulling it up, is this is from a dinner. This is Christy Stone speaking up right now, and I feel like this is connection to creating FOMO. Listen to this.
It's helping people, so let's continue to share this, you guys, with everyone. It's a domino effect. Like, we have a gift. That's why I don't shut up about my messages. I never will. We have a gift that people need. Everyone needs this, okay? So I love y'all. I would have rather
essentially saying how this is an opportunity everyone needs, everyone has a gift, and they need to keep sharing it because it is going to create a domino effect. This still is creating fear of some FOMO because one, we have this big dinner here that a bunch of top leaders are at, which again, these top leaders they're hyped up so much, so everyone wants to be around them and talk with them. And so seeing a dinner like this, of course, is exciting, but trying to instill the FOMO of even missing out on recruits, for crying out loud. Like, this entire whole business opportunity, this entire trip was literally encompassing all the problematic things that we see with multi-level marketing companies. The borrowing the downlines or other people around them pretty much for a photo, essentially using them as a photo prop, as I like to say. All the FOMO and the even downlines that are posting about their uplines on a trip. Not them on a trip, their uplines on a trip. And all the hard work is for them. We see Monat and them kind of going cheap, but the requirements to get to on this trip are unreal. We see also Monat trying to offer so many things to people to keep them really hyped up, excited about this business, and just keep them rolling, and just enough to where it will keep them motivated to run this business more, and then also preach that same perspective to their downline to keep them motivated as well. This is all a manipulation tactic, honestly. With this trip, to really wrap this up, this trip was more than just giving. This is about finding a new way of manipulating more people. That is literally the name of the game. That is how this stuff works. There is always a way that this benefits the top 1% or the CEOs as a whole, and a way of manipulating the people in, the people that are in that didn't go, and the people that are out that are trying to be recruited right now. This is why I get so passionate and furious about these types of trips, because it's so much deeper than just a trip to the Dominican Republic. Every little thing that happens is happening for a reason, but it's hurting people as it is going on. It's honestly a trip that was earned off of the backs of thousands of people, and it's fucked. And I'm so sick of it. So that was it for today's video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Happy November. Comment down below what you guys thought of today's video. Again, I love you all so much. Stay safe, stay happy, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you all tomorrow. Yeah? Stay glowing, my beautiful queens. Love you. Bye.